Hey, what's going on? In this video, I get to talk to Shabazz, cornerstone of the East Augusta community and coach of the Ensoul boys basketball team. I hope you enjoy our little interview. All right, you good? All right. So I first wanted to thank you, Mr. Shabazz, for letting me get this interview with you. You're my first subject that I've had, so I'm glad I'm getting the chance to talk to you.
No problem.
So how long have you lived in Augusta?
I live in Augusta going on 9 years now.
9 years?
9 years.
Where did you?
Originally from a small town called Watley, Georgia.
Watley, Georgia.
I moved to Augusta when I was knee-high to a duck, to be honest with you. But I came to Augusta, got married, had a couple kids, settled down, and you know, et cetera, et cetera. I love Augusta. It's better than where I came from, and I see a lot of changes in Augusta.
What about Augusta makes you love it so much?
What about Augusta? The atmosphere, the environment, the people. You know, the people that I come in contact with on a daily basis. You see different things. You see different places. You see different revenues. You know, Augusta is growing slowly, but Augusta is growing. Augusta is a beautiful place. They might say Augusta is bad, but I don't see Augusta as being bad. Augusta is a wonderful place to live. I tell anybody who want to come to Augusta, it's a great place to live.
And do you think that's what's kept you here?
Because it's a place that I know I can grow. The way I was coming from, I couldn't grow like I should. Augusta has taught me a lot about myself as a man and what I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to accomplish in my goals.
So, if you don't mind going into a little bit about where you came from, Watley. What's the difference between Watley and Augusta? Watley
is a little, we call it a hick town. I'm just being, it's a little town. You have 3 cops down there, 1 traffic light, 1 restaurant, it's a Waffle House, 1 store on each corner. I mean, it's not a lot of things down there. I mean, if you blink one time, you're out of there. But that's where I came from. That's where I spent most of my childhood at. But I mean, Watley is growing also. There ain't nothing bad about Watley. Watley has to, you know what I'm saying, get the right people in places to make them grow. Well, ever since I came to Augusta, I've been having backlash. Oh, you need to go back to Watley to help your community out. I'm like, I'm going. You don't did something for Augusta, come back down here and help us out. But Watley is a town that's coming up. And I think the mayor, Mr. Moore down there, he's doing a lot for the city of Watley, Georgia. Me and him are good friends. We went to school together. It's a place that, you know what I'm saying, you can actually retire at. You know, if you want to retire, it's a place you can retire. But Watley is growing. Slowly, it's going to take some time.
I'm not too familiar with the smaller cities in the state. So where is Watley?
Watley is down number 1 by an hour-and-a-half drive from here. Yeah, it's down that way. It's a little small town. After you pass Rennes, Georgia, Louisville, there's Watley.
Okay, I know where that is.
Yeah, so that's where it's at.
So your name Shabazz, is that your birth name?
My birth name is Cantrell Jerome Brown. Ever since I converted over.
So you're Muslim?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Ever since I converted over, I took on Shabazz Ali.
Okay.
Because, I mean, a lot of people get it messed up, like, what is your real name? And I have to tell them, like, so what is Shabazz? So that's my Muslim name. What do you use? I use Shabazz because all my paperwork has been changed over. And, you know, I don't have a problem with anybody's religion. It's just that, you know, when you try to bring religion into things, it doesn't work out the right way. But they still call me Buddy. You know, that's a nickname. They still call me Buddy. Little head, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a lot, but I just laugh on and go on about it. But most of the people when I go back down there, they call me Shabazz. And when I come up here, the same thing, Shabazz. Many people know I don't change my name over, and it's a good thing for me, myself, and my family.
Do you attend mosque here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where's the mosque? I know that I think I've heard of two, and there's one up in Martinez,
yes, sir.
And there's actually one downtown somewhere.
One is in Harrisburg also.
Okay.
I attend both of them on a regular basis. I try to get to the one in Columbia County. It all depends on my work schedule. Right. And I most of the time, if you see me, I'm most of the time in Harrisburg. That's where the other mosque is, and I love going there because it's a good thing to see a lot of brothers and sisters coming together and just believe in what they will believe in, you know.
Okay. Have you ever lived outside of the South?
Yes.
And where is that?
Stamford, Connecticut.
Stamford, Connecticut. That's a big. See, I'm originally from New York, so
okay.
One of the things that I've noticed that's kind of surprised me living in the South now is being in places where there's majority black people. I can imagine you being in Stanford, coming from a place where there's brown faces all over the place to one where there isn't.
Yeah. When I was told when I was born, that was when my mom and my daddy was first met. I left there when I was 8 years old. I really didn't get a chance to enjoy it, to see it, but as a child, as a baby, you don't see how much you want to see. You know, it's just that that's where I was born at, you know what I'm saying? That's where I was born at, and then my mother and daddy moved to Watley, and that's where I was brought up. Then when I got older, I stepped outside. My mom and daddy passed. I stepped outside and became a man, and I moved to Augusta, Georgia.
Okay. So, Augusta, you have a basketball team that you coached, Ensoul. Where did you pick that name from? I saw you had a post on the Augusta Today page, and I couldn't figure it out. I know the symbol you use is the Old Republic Rebellion symbol from Star Wars. But the name I am not.
Ensoul is encouraging nonviolence. I'm lost now. I have to look it up. I have to look it up. I just wrote it down. I'll get back at you. But I know the first one is encouraging nonviolence. The third one keeps me off a little text, but I'll get back at you. I know it has to do with encouraging nonviolence. Soul for the life. That's what a couple of meanings is. But I will get back at y'all and let y'all know what Ensoul means. I put it on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? I put it on Facebook today, and I told everybody what it means. Yeah. I'm sorry that I can't think because the camera's in my face right now. It's all good.
Now, is violence a big problem in Augusta? Because I know in my work, a lot of people, because I look at houses and property, and everyone's like, oh yeah, you don't want to go down to Richmond County, move to Columbia County, Martinez, Evans, Grovetown, Columbia, et cetera, et cetera. And you know, I haven't personally experienced anything. I only see reports on the news. I know when I've come downtown myself, on days where something has happened, I haven't heard gunshots. I haven't seen anything. So maybe I'm just not, for lack of a better term, in the right places to be getting in trouble.
Yeah. Let's talk about it for a minute. Violence in Augusta. Yes, violence is in Augusta in certain places, some parts. I won't say every part of Augusta is bad. I mean, you're gonna have violence everywhere you go. That's the biggest thing I'm worried about with the kids. You know, as a young black man, we got to stop killing each other. You know, and I'm gonna say this online, I'm saying this on record. We got to stop killing each other because enough of brothers and sisters are dying over something so small like this. Violence is everywhere. It's just where it's not the communities, it's the people that's coming in outside of the communities, bringing the trouble inside the communities, like down here. East Augusta is a beautiful place, but you got outsiders that's coming into East Augusta and creating problems for the ones that live in East Augusta, that trying to make something out of East Augusta, a better place. And that's where most of our crime come from. You know, I can't say that it's everybody down here, but it's the outsiders that comes in and try to tear up what we try to build out here. Violence is everywhere. I mean, you can be in a small town and somebody can get shot.
Yeah. Do you keep track with the news at all?
Yes, sir.
Did you hear about the shootings in New Zealand?
Yes, sir. That's.
Yeah, and New Zealand is one of those countries. I was watching a news report, You know, they have 250,000 guns out of a population of 4 million, which might seem like a lot when you compare it to the United States. We literally have more guns than people.
Right.
So, yeah, the outsiders that you're talking about, are they coming from like Atlanta or Savannah pushing drugs, or is it just is it racial violence that you see a lot of? Or?
I see. That's a good question. It's a lot of outsiders. What I mean, outsiders. They coming from other communities. They coming from like South Side. They coming from Harrisburg. They coming from Uptown, and that's what we're trying to weed out down here. This is our community. If you don't take care of your community, who else will? So we're telling everybody, listen, you got outside people coming in your community, get them out. If you want your community to be better, you got to get them out.
Now, you're describing Harrisburg, South. Those are all communities in Richmond County.
Right.
Why do you think that there's less unity? I mean, it's not. Again, like I said, I'm from New York, so you know, folks from Queens typically mess with people from Queens. Like, you might have someone from Flushing or Jamaica or, you know, Roosevelt Avenue, but we all recognize we're coming from the same borough, the same county.
Right.
What you're describing is, it doesn't seem to be like people in the county care about other people in the county.
Well, it has to do with a lot of, I'm gonna say this, it has to do with a lot of drugs, gangs, and people not using their mind, not using their head for one thing. We all got to use our mind instead of we just going out there and doing something stupid and we're about the mom and the daddy calling. You know what I mean? It's just that I'm gonna say this, and I don't care who I ruffle feathers with. Like I said again, African Americans got to stop. Men and women and 14 years, 13 years, we got to stop killing each other. I think that's the biggest problem we had as Americans. We always worry about the race card and where we come from, what skin color it is, it don't matter. But I'm talking to my people in general, young black men. We got to stop. So we're killing ourselves. We just sit back. But somebody came to me yesterday and told me, it ain't me, it's the white man. Really? Really? Nah, it ain't them. It's you yourself. Go back to school, man. Go get a trade. Instead of you out here hanging out every day trying to do something, get a trade.
Yeah, the schools, you mentioned schools. The schools in Richmond County, with the exception of, I think, the two magnets, are listed pretty low. They're some of the lowest ranking schools in Georgia. Do you think that because of the school system not providing for the needs of the students, that the students say, hey, I want to go out and, you know, sell drugs to make money, or I want to go out and get a sugar daddy or be a prostitute to make money, or whatever hustle, you know, that they've got. Do you think that that's just because the schools are so bad?
It's not the school. It's not the school. It's not the school. It's not the board. It's not the school. It's not the school, basically. You know what it is? It's the parents. How can you be a parent when you want to be a friend to a child that's living under your roof? So if the parent don't send a child to school, of course he's going to drop out. Of course she's going to drop out. I tell every parent every day I see him, why your child ain't in school? Well, he say he didn't want to go to school. But you the parent. What we always want to say is it's the school board. School board can't do nothing. Only thing they just tell you come to school, get your education, and we're going to make sure you get your education. But it starts in the household. It starts in the household, man, because I see it every day. I see it every day down here. You got kids out every day of the week. And you know what the parents do? Nothing about it. So it starts in the household as a parent. I'm a parent myself. I have a 10-year-old and a 6-year-old. And all both of my kids go to school. They ain't miss now and day unless it's snowing or we have a tragedy in the family. But every day my kids are in school. I don't play that. That's just me.
Do you think that apathy on the part of the parents is coming from their own lack of opportunity, their own inability to make money? I mean, I don't know what the employment situation here is. I do notice that for a county that's 56% black, almost none of the businesses are owned by black people, and you know, it seems like things like the national go out of their way to exclude the general populace from participating in what could be economic boom when you have so much money flowing in.
Right. Like I said, once again, it goes back to parents. We gotta stop being our kids' friends. We gotta buckle down as parents. And most parents need to take a class again on how to become a parent. You know, because they lost their way somewhere between the alcohol, the drugs, and not giving a crap about them. I love all these kids. I have 30 kids on my basketball team. I spend nearly every day on these kids, roughly $300, $400. Yes.
That's a lot.
I know it's a lot, but that's what I have to do, because, you know, you got some parents that don't have the money, and then when they tell you they have the money, I don't see them. You know, and like I said, it starts with the parents. I be reaching out to the parents every day, tell them, like, listen, bring me something. Bring me $5. You know, they say, Coach, I got you. I don't even see the parents. But I tell you one thing, you can go around the corner and see them. I'm just being real. It's just that's how it is. Just being real. Not trying to disgrace the parents or anything, but parents don't lost their way.
Are a lot of the parents, do they have issues with drugs, or they just don't have money to do stuff and they're stuck in the house? You know?
Most of the parents I deal with has a regular 9 to 5. They're working 2 jobs, and you know they're trying to make a living for their family. Most of the parents I see down here are single parents, and I'm talking about the mothers. They don't have the kids. Some of the kids don't have a father figure in their life, so that's where I step up as a mentor. And I have to be that father figure. I have to show them the ropes. Because a young lady cannot raise a boy to become a man. It takes a man to raise a boy to become a man. You know, my father left me when I was 21. You know, and me and my father never had a good father and son relationship. My mama was there, you know, and she taught me things, but some of the things she couldn't teach me: how to become a man, how to stand on my own 2 feet. How to learn about life lessons. So, you know, I had to go out and find other ways of doing it. I had to find other young men to tell me how to become a father. You know, so I understand these parents, some of these single mothers that's trying to, you know what I'm saying, raise a young black man. I understand what they're going through. And it's rough, and I see it, it's rough.
In this community in particular, where do you think the fathers are?
Good question. Most of them are incarcerated.
Incarcerated. I actually did the math, and if you take the total U.S. prison population, half of that is black. And if you compare that prison population to the total black population, you find that almost 10% of the black people in America are in prison.
Right.
And would you say that has had an impact on? I mean, you're saying that's probably where the fathers are.
Right.
They're in jail.
Right. That's.
What are the big reasons that they end up in jail? Is it mostly drugs, or?
It's mostly they didn't have a father in their life, so they didn't know how to become a man. So when they had kids, they had a young man, and they're like, oh, what am I supposed to do with him? So, you know what I'm saying, instead of them, you know what I'm saying, elevating their mind, they go out to other ways of trying to support their family, you know what I'm saying, by selling drugs. Then when they get caught, they in the system, they got, the baby is left here with the mother. So when the baby grows up, and the mother, and they ask her what mother was my daddy, she have to tell them the truth. She like, baby, your daddy's locked up. Never seen the father. They never seen their father. And I feel for them. My heart goes out to them. I want all us as black men to stop, become a father. Learn how to become a father. I had to learn how to become a father. It's not that hard. One day at a time.
Yeah.
One day at a time. That's what it takes.
So, you got your basketball team. What other community outreach type programs are available for young men in this area?
We also got another foundation called At-Risk Youth Kids of Augusta, Georgia, that we mentor to the young men and women of Augusta, Georgia. We go in and we teach them basic life lessons like schooling, trades, music, arithmetic, stuff like that. We're starting to get a building now. the building is coming up uptown. We trying to get all the kids in there, but we can't, like my manager told me, she said, Shabazz, you can't save every child.
Yeah.
You know, you have to get the ones that really want to be saved, because some of these kids don't want to be saved because they too far out there. But my thing is I try to save every child I get in contact with. You know, right now I had a young man to call me about 5 minutes ago and say, Coach, can I play on your basketball team? I ain't want to turn him away, but as a coach, my roster is full. But I try to find him other teams that are accepting kids that their roster is not full. And one thing I have to realize that you can't save everybody. Everybody's not savable.
Are there a lot of teams like yours around? You know, because I know there's things like AAU, and obviously each of the high schools or middle schools are going to have those. Are there a lot of like private teams like yours?
Yes, there are a lot of private teams. Augusta Legend has a private team. Something Splash have a private team. A lot of teams, just not in Georgia, it's in South Carolina, North Carolina. They have a lot of teams, private-owned teams. You know, it takes a lot to run an organization from the bottom. I spent nearly $7,000 last year. You know, because that's what I wanted to do. And I never worry about getting the money back. You know, because I'm saving lives every day. So, you know what I'm saying, it's not about the money, it's about me saving like kids' life. If you're a child that want to do something for the summer, come see me, come see Augusta Legend, come see Something Splash. We take any child in and we try to mentor the child, try to mold him into become a better man or a better woman.
Now, one of the things that Augusta's kind of getting known for internationally is tech and cyber. What, if anything, have you seen done either publicly or privately to try and get young people in the area to, you know, get into those fields? Because you can really, I mean, that's where I work. That's my day job.
Okay.
And realistically, you can do that job anywhere.
Right.
You just need, you know, a keyboard, a mouse, and a computer. And even if you don't have those, a phone and a keyboard, you'll be all right.
Right.
So are you aware of anything like that at least coming from the county, if not?
To be honest with you, yes, I have. I have heard a lot of people on Facebook saying cyber is going to take over Augusta, which it is. You know, some of these kids, they have the knowledge and understanding of doing the job, but will they apply themselves? That's where I come in, to help them apply themselves, to try to get them a better job, to try to get them out of a bad situation they're in. And a lot of kids are accepting it. I mean, I have a 17-year-old child that's right now finna go to college.
Wow.
Yes. She has a full scholarship to go to paid college. And that's a blessing to me, because I seen this child when she was this high, and now she came up. She used to live down here. Now she lives in Columbia County. You know, so cyber, it's great that we got that cyber center down there, and I love it. I pass by there mostly every day going home. I love it. I see the growth of Augusta. But these children down here, they don't get to see what's going on uptown. They get to see what's going on down here. And that's something bad.
So are there no like community centers that can teach them some basic cyber skills, or so there are places like that?
You can go to Diamond Lake.
Diamond Lake?
Yep. They have a class Thursday and Friday. I'm not sure. I'll get you back on the dates for that. That you can go in and you can learn about tech, you can learn about cyber, you can learn about the web, you can learn about anything. Security. They have a class like May Park. I think May Park's trying to start something too. I'm not sure, but I will get back with you on that also. It's a lot of places. I'm just naming a few places, but I will get back at you with that and get you some more information on that.
I mean, yeah, it's not just for me. It's the audience who might have an idea of what Augusta and Richmond County are when they're really something else, and if there is more opportunity for people here than, you know, might be portrayed by either word of mouth or the media. Now, about yourself, how do you feel your impact has been?
You know, that's a good question to ask, because it's not about me. It's about the man upstairs. He put me on a mission, and I'm gonna do this mission until I get through. If I have to lay down and die for my mission and my platform, that's what I'm here about. It's never been about me. My mission in life is to try to save kids' life. Try to be that stronghold that they don't have in their life. Try to be there for them when they need things. So I been took myself out of the equation a long time ago. When I left White, I knew my mission when I came to Augusta. Yeah, I had a job, but I had to quit that job because God told me, listen, I got your job assignment. He said, this is what I want you to do. And that's what I've been doing for the last 3 years. So I tell everybody, when God starts talking to you, you got to walk. It may look difficult at times. You might like, nah, I don't want to do that. They ain't gonna listen to me. A lot of people told me that. Oh, they ain't gonna listen. They don't want to do nothing. I had to break the ground. I had to break the soil. I had to grow new plants. I had to show them what I'm all about. And then everybody started getting bored. Like, man, you got something going good. How can I be a part of that? Ensoul, that many people don't understand. Ensoul is a team that helps the help the community out. We do volunteer work. We do cleanups. We do a lot of stuff in Augusta. And you know what I'm saying? Like we said in our meetings, it's not about us. It's about Augusta and the communities. That's what we all about.
Now, have you ever, you said lay down your life, have you ever been threatened by people for what you do?
Yes, that's every day.
Every day?
That's every day.
What, online, in person?
Online, in person.
Wow.
That's every day. But I'm not scared.
Is it because they, like, I mean, because you're bringing light to things that other people are doing?
Yeah. See, because some people are scared of the thing called change. Once you've been dying so long, you still have to get settled down there. And then we start changing, and you see people that's like myself start changing it for you. They're like, oh, we got to stop this. We can't have this going on. But one thing about Shabazz ain't gonna never get up. Like I said, I tell my basketball players this all the time. If anything you need, and I'm here, I got you. I lay down my life for them kids. Because you know why? At the end of the day, I want them kids to go on to college, to a better job, to get from this bad situation they're in, to further their education. Because when I lay down and die, I don't want them saying, Shabazz, he was all right. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to see that on my tombstone. Just put Shabazz Ali when I was born and when I died, and let me rest. Because when it's time for me to get to the pearly gates, God's going to give me my wings. Because he know that I gave you an assignment and you completed. So son, come on home. So that's what I'm all for.
Well, Mr. Shabazz, I really appreciate your time. I look forward to interacting with you in the future. I'm not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere.
Right.
So, hopefully we can, see what the perspective is of some of your boys, or, catch a game one of these days. I know my schedule keeps skipping with yours, but I really appreciate you taking the time out to let me interview you, and I look forward to talking to you in the future.
Anytime, sir. Anytime. I sure appreciate your time and your effort to come down here on your busy schedule and do this interview with me. Tomorrow, 9 o'clock, Ensoul versus Elite Dangerous Boys and Girls Club at 9 o'clock. Y'all come out and support.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.